Hi, my name is Pisa Kefeme, and you're listening to Ekinken on YouTube. This article is The Evolution of Ankara Print from Dutch Wax to Pan-African Symbol, a Masterclass in Cultural Reclamation by Pauline Afandi. In the vibrant tapestry of global textiles, few fabrics tell a story as compelling and transformative as the Ankara print. Known variously as Dutch wax print or African wax print, this material's journey is a powerful testament to resilience, cultural adaptation, and the sheer genius of African ingenuity. What began as an external creation, even deemed inferior, was embraced, redefined, and ultimately elevated by African communities to become an undeniable symbol of Pan-African identity and a global fashion house, tracing the roots from Indonesian batik to Dutch production. To understand the Ankara print, we must first look eastward to the rich textile traditions of Indonesia. The word batik itself originates from the Javanese words ambar, which means writing, and titik, which means dot, referring to the intricate process of applying liquid wax to calico fabric with a canteen, also called a small dipper, creating resist patterns before dyeing. Indonesian batik, with its profound symbolic meanings and diverse regional styles such as batik Solo, batik Pekalongan, and batik Bali, is a centuries-old art form steeped in cultural significance. It was this intricate art form that captured the attention of Dutch traders. During the colonial era, the Dutch attempted to mechanize batik production to mass produce it for the Indonesian market. However, their early machine-printed versions, known as Dutch wax prints, lacked the subtle imperfections and handcrafted nuances that made authentic batik so desirable to the Indonesian consumer. These machine-made fabrics were, ironically, considered inferior to the authentic, hand-stamped batik. This initial creation was thus born out of an attempt to replicate an existing art form, but without fully capturing its essence. An unexpected detour, finding a home in West Africa. So, how did a fabric designed as an inferior substitute for the Indonesian textile market find its true home and unprecedented popularity in West Africa? The answer lies in the dynamic interplay of trade routes, discerning consumers, and an extraordinary capacity for cultural appropriation and recreation. Dutch traders, seeking new markets for their struggling wax prints, introduced the fabric to the West African coast via bustling port cities. What started as a commercial venture quickly evolved into a profound cultural adoption. Unlike their Indonesian counterparts, West African communities, particularly in Ghana and Nigeria, embraced the unique aesthetic of these wax prints with open arms. The vibrant colors, bold patterns, and durable cotton composition resonated deeply with local preferences and traditions. The West African people didn't just accept the fabric, they reimagined it. They imbued it with new meanings, incorporated it into their daily lives, and crucially developed a thriving local industry around its design and popularization. From inferiority to icon, a case study in cultural supremacy, the transformation of Ankara from a perceived inferior fabric to a highly coveted and respected material among African fashion enthusiasts is a compelling case study. Initially, a budget-friendly alternative for those who couldn't afford more expensive attire, a suit for that matter, Ankara's rising demand today stems from its ingrained cultural significance and stunning aesthetic versatility. West African countries like Nigeria and Ghana played a pivotal role in cementing Ankara's status. Local designers and textile merchants began actively creating new patterns influenced by local proverbs, flora, fauna, and significant events. These prints were given indigenous names. For instance, popular Nigerian Ankara names include Kri Star or Tiny Star and Nkuruoka or Concede, effectively Africanized or product of external origin. This process wasn't just about naming, it was about storytelling and embedding the fabric into the very narrative of African life. The colors, too, took on new symbolism within African context. Black stood for maturity and spiritual strength. Green for growth, harvest, and spiritual renewal. Blue stood for wealth, royalty, and wisdom. Pink for femininity and tenderness. Ankara's inherent qualities, its durability, lightweight nature, and ease of use, combined with its vibrant patterns, offered fashion enthusiasts an unparalleled user experience. This made it a staple for significant cultural events such as weddings, burial ceremonies, and birthday celebrations, cementing its role beyond mere clothing to a marker of communal identity and celebration, a Pan-African symbol and global reach. Today, Ankara print is unequivocally a Pan-African symbol. Its bold designs and cultural significance have transcended geographical boundaries within the continent, becoming a visual shorthand for African identity and pride. Its versatility has led to the incorporation into every facet of modern fashion, from blazers and blouses to dresses and pants, proving its worthiness and recognition on a global stage. However, its global reach also brings back the critical discussion of appropriation versus appreciation. While high fashion designers and international brands frequently draw inspiration from Ankara, it's crucial to acknowledge its journey and the communities that transformed it from an imported textile into a cherished cultural icon. The true value of Ankara lies not just in its visual appeal, but in the rich history and cultural narratives that African people have woven into its very threads. The story of the Ankara print is a powerful affirmation of African fashion ethos. It demonstrates how a material initially conceived elsewhere and even deemed substandard can be recreated, imbued with new meaning, and elevated to iconic status through the collective embrace and ingenuity of a people. It reminds us that African fashion is not merely a recipient of global trends, but a dynamic, innovative force that takes what it needs, transforms it, and then confidently reintroduces it to the world as its own. This ongoing evolution is a testament to the enduring influence of African culture in shaping and defining global style.